Bearcat Bounce Podcast. Back at it again. Monday. That's right. Monday. Santa Claus is coming to town. Monday. You better watch out. You better not cry. Monday. Monday leading into the Christmas spirit Monday. So we're going to be happy and jovial here. Monday. Monday following another tough loss. A tough one. A true tale of two halves. Just make it as it is because it truly was. But sadly, a loss in the end. Monday as well. Big announcement. Key returners along the offensive line for the football program Monday. That's important. And then also a Monday though, where I get to nestle up by the fire with a chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon will be there. The guy, crew, the squad. Aaron Smith, Chad Brendel, not Ryan Royer yet, but maybe here soon. Gentlemen, how are we?
Pretty good. I think I've got about 95% of the Christmas shopping done. Got to go. I'm doing a beef tenderloin. That's the plan for Christmas dinner. Yep. With the fam. So I still got to go pick that up. I didn't want to get it too early. So that's probably a Costco trip tomorrow.
True.
I think most of the presents are done. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go in the afternoon at least. You're like early, so it shouldn't be.
Go at open.
Yeah.
Costco at this time of the year. Ooh, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We went Friday afternoon to do some Christmas shopping, and it wasn't. I mean, it was crowded, but it wasn't like complete insanity.
Right.
Right. But yeah. So, ready for the holiday season, ready to disconnect probably Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
We have, I've got added the girlfriend's family into the mix. So we're going up there on Christmas Eve. So we got 3 stops on Christmas Eve, 3 stops on Christmas Day.
Yep.
Oh, but
that's
bananas. That's
fun. What happens. You got my mom's side of the family, my dad's side of the family, the immediate family, Liz's family, Kelly's family. Like once you start, adding all the things together, it's
Christmas.
A lot.
That's Christmas.
There was no way to do anything beforehand. My goodness.
It's when they do it, Aaron. I don't get to make the schedules. I just show up.
I mean, Christmas falling on a Thursday is like a decent day, but it is just strange for the work week for me, and it throws things off because it's like, okay, are we just done then, or do we try to squeeze something on Friday? What?
Aren't you an owner?
Yes, but like it's the industry. Like the industry doesn't stop.
Well, it's just logistics. It's fine. Tell them to stop driving for the weekend.
Yeah. Is it still getting real hot up there, guys? Is this like historic high temperatures or something I was seeing?
It's supposed to be decent, like in the 50s. I don't think it's going to be hot by any stretch of the imagination. We're not talking like a 70-degree day or anything.
Well,
57 on Christmas Day.
Damn. I mean, that's impressive though. That'd be fun.
Yeah. 62 on the 26th.
Okay. Not bad.
And then, it drops down into the teens in the middle of next week. So that should be fun.
And it fires back
what
the
they
snow.
say about weather in Ohio. If you don't like the weather in Ohio, just wait until tomorrow.
Right.
10 minutes and it'll change.
Oh, man. Well, Aaron, how are we, brother?
I'm doing fine. We got Rachel's home this week, which is nice. Just with the kids being off school and everything, she takes this week off every year. So get to do some more complicated cooking for dinners and what have you. And just have some extra hands on deck watching 4 children. So,
well, ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's like a Christmas gift.
It is. It's the gift that keeps on giving. How about that? we're going prime rib for Christmas. Doing a build your own pizza night Christmas Eve, and there's also surfing Santa down here. Boy, it gets wild on Christmas Eve, so it'll be a fun little time. But interesting time in the sports calendar for Bearcats fans, obviously, as we go a full week in between games for basketball, and then obviously football still over 10, 11 days still until the kickoff for the bowl game. But you know what? We don't sleep, we don't stop. So that's the thing. It's a Monday. We got to recap everything that's happening and look forward to what's coming ahead. And when you do that, you should probably look forward to like making sure your car is good to go when 2026 runs around. So like I would highly suggest heading over to Danco Transmission and Auto Care. Tell them that you want to be in the Cincy Light studios, enjoying a tasty Cincy Light and watching the BBP with Danco Joe and get $10 off your next oil change and 10% off your next fixing over at Danco Transmission and Auto Care. We love you, Danco Joe. But guys, you got to do it. 30 Hippopotamus, welcome into the chat. That's a stat that obviously has been trickling around, the infamous 9-42 overall record in quad one games. The tough non-conference slate has pushed forward with yet another loss on Sunday. Chad and Aaron, you guys obviously were on these airwaves not too long ago, rehashing that game, breaking it down, nuts and bolts, 68-65. In a game that was not looking like it was going to be anywhere near that type of a score. What was it, a 38-11 at one point in the first half? Like
30-5. Like,
yeah, just. I mean, shooting 3 after 3 after 3, missing 3 after 3 after 3. I mean, yes, a valiant effort with the comeback, but in the end, it's still a loss. It saw some. I think the biggest storyline to probably pick up on is kind of the changing of rotations, if you will. Different lineups out there, and if that's going to be something to monitor moving forward. Obviously, Wes said in the post-game press conference that it will be something to monitor because he's going to look completely into it. It's pretty crazy though. The whole Jizzle James story is just it's wild to think like, okay, well. Jizzle's back, and now he's going to probably be right back in that starting lineup probably next Monday, and just as if things never changed. But guys, obviously, you talked about it at length in the aftermath, but just a difficult loss, and one of those scenarios where you just get down that much to any team, and it's going to be pretty difficult to stage any sort of a comeback. They were able to do that. Good defense. Obviously, shot making by Day, the ability for Mustafa Cham to get involved. Buck Harris had a good second half. I guess now with a week layoff, what's one or two main things that you guys are kind of looking to as in regards to this past game against Clemson, or in regards to just bigger picture? Because right now it's pretty bleak at 7-5.
I mean, honestly, I think it is what it is at this point. Like,
right.
Yeah, hopefully Jizzle can bring a little bit more spark to the offense from the guard position that you weren't getting. The Abayev thing, somebody posted on the board, they were at the game and he was at least looked like he had like something happened to his arm.
Okay.
So I don't know, if his minutes being cut were related to that as much as it was he wasn't playing well. Kerr, I mean, he has to make shots. Like he's here to be a 3-point shooter. So he's got to make shots. And if you can't make shots, then you're going to have to get somebody on the floor that can, because this team is really, really bad offensively and have been really, really bad offensively since the season started. So if Jizzle is going to give you a spark and give you a more of a threat to put points on the board, then he has to play. And it's not like you're sacrificing defense. with Jizzle on the floor as compared to Kerr. Kerr is not a good defender. That has been documented for his entire career. He's a guy that moves the ball and he shoots threes. Mm-hmm. He's been moving the ball fine. Outside of, one or two, like, what the hell was that turnovers, it feels like, a night. Right. But his turnover numbers have been down. His assist numbers have been up. But his shooting has been essentially unplayable.
Yeah.
So, you got to make something happen. You have to be aggressive because, they are on the brink. Like, that was their last chance to get a meaningful non-conference victory, and they failed to do it. Yeah. And they failed to do it because, why are they 9-42 against quad one opponents? Most of those games have been close. Yeah, Most of those games, Cincinnati has been within a reasonable distance of getting a win. And for a multitude of reasons, but for whatever reason, Wes Miller can't get his team over the hump in these close games against good opponents. And that happened again. And you get into like the little stuff, like, they let a 90% or whatever free throw shooter run wide open to the ball with under 20 seconds left in the game. He's the one guy. There's one guy on the floor that you can't let catch the ball because then you have to foul him and you're sending a 90% free throw shooter to the line. And both times, just ran wide open, caught the ball, held it, got fouled. Like, it's the little, we've talked about this a million times over the last 5 years. It's the little things when you're in these games against quality opponents that make the difference, that put you in a position to win or lose. They get it to 1 point. They can't get a stop. Clemson made their last 3 field goals and made all of their free throws in the final 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
You're going to lose. Cincinnati made, I think, either 4 of their last 5 or 5 of their last 6.
5 of 6, yeah.
They made their shots.
Yep.
To put them in a position. They made their free throws coming down the stretch.
Yeah.
But they defensively, like, it's always something. It's always one or the other. It's this or that. Like, okay, we can't score. We're getting stops, but we can't score. We're scoring, but we can't get stops. We get to the free throw line, but we can't make the free throws. Like, there's always something in these close games with really good opponents. And you're at a point now, 51 games? That's not you can't excuse that to variance. You're going to win some close games. You're going to lose some close games. There's some element of luck to it. 9-42, and what I would guess probably Brent, 4 of those are UCF on the road?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And most of those have been wins. Last year was a win at UCF. The year before that was a win at UCF.
That's what I'm saying. The wins, right. 9 quad 1 wins. Most of them are like UCF on the road.
Yes.
So great, like, awesome, good job. But it's the same story. You write it a little different, but it's the same story over and over again. And this one had everything, right? They got their ass kicked early.
Yep.
They made some changes. They played for that 15. There's like a 10-15 minute stretch every game where you're like, this team could be good.
Yeah.
And then they can't get out of their own way and get across the finish line with a victory. So we could just put this podcast in ChatGPT, change the names and the final score.
Who played in the final score, and then just repeat. Yeah, no, I completely agree. And it is funny that you mentioned kind of how the game itself was yesterday, because I think, my buddy Thane Steven had a tweet out there that was posted on the board as well. Just you had the pain of a blowout loss and the pain of a close, nail biting loss all in one. It was just horrible. Like the thrill of the comeback too was kind of clouded, because you're like, okay, are we going to actually be able to complete the comeback? And like you said, you make 5 of your final 6 shots, The lone miss was that 3 by Day at the buzzer that would have tied it up.
Yeah.
And so it's just you're doing the right things, but it takes more than just simply making shots. You got to come up with stops as well. The whole free throw thing, you first off, you don't let the opponent's best player get the ball. You just deny because you know you're going to foul right away. So that's just seems to be pretty, elementary stuff there. But I don't know. And then his whole foot on the line thing. Who knows? Who the hell knows? I thought you guys did a good job about the goaltending, which was insane.
Not goaltending.
Yeah, it was not goaltending. I think I don't curse much, and I had to go to Twitter with a curse word on that one. It's just bullshit. So it's tough because you put yourself in a bad situation. You're behind the 8 ball immediately, where you have everything has to go perfectly right for you to be able to pull out a win. You can't let them back you down to the post numerous times like they did down the final stretch. You have to make all of your shots, what you did. It's just too little, too late type scenario.
Well, to further that, Brett, they did a great job on Gottfried for most of the game.
Right.
And then he gets 3 buckets in the final segment.
Yep.
And what should have been commended as a really, really good game plan / execution against their best player. Now you look, he had 10 points and 6-7 rebounds. Like, yeah, you made it a little tough on him. But when the chips were down, he killed you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he absolutely did. Aaron, what are you able to digest now that you've had 24 hours in the past and belly full of chicken Alfredo?
Yeah, I did have that. I don't know. I mean, I still feel a lot of the same way that I felt even when we did the show. Like the second half played out different because it was, whether it was because of injury, whether it was because of players simply not playing well enough, whether it was because Wes is starting to coach with desperation instead of acquiescing to players as a friend instead of a coach. I don't know what the answer is. But it was a different style of play. And it was a different style of play because it had to be a different style of play. And they picked up tempo, and that felt different. That's what I think probably the best way that they've ran offense this entire season. Why they keep getting away from tempo, I don't understand. I think they need to make that probably priority number 1 offensively.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, I agree to an extent, but guess what? Teams aren't just going to let you run up and down the floor. Like,
I don't see that's fine. I just don't see an actual effort to get to it. If another team is trying to stop you, that's fine. I get that. They should be doing that. That's their job. But I don't see this team actually trying to get into, like we talked about this team not playing for 40 minutes a game. I think that's part of it is we don't see them trying to get into what they're best at. And I think that's playing at tempo.
But why were they able to play at tempo when they did play at tempo yesterday? And why weren't they able to do it earlier in the game? The answer is very simple.
Well, I guess what I'm getting at is when you've lost to teams that you shouldn't have lost to, circling Eastern Michigan as case in point, you were not trying to get into tempo. You were not doing those things. You didn't play for 40 minutes. You didn't do it in the first half, and you did it in the second half, and it played out differently.
Okay,
you did it
because
you had different player personnel in there.
No,
well,
I mean
yes.
the ultimate, like, maybe when you dig a little deeper into it, they didn't turn Clemson over in the first half. There was no ball pressure. There was no forcing Clemson to be uncomfortable. Clemson had 2 turnovers in the first half. If you're not forcing teams to turn it over and they're shooting a high percentage, you're never going to be able to get out and run because the other team is always just going to be standing there with 5 guys waiting for you to bring the ball down.
Yeah.
The second half, they did force turnovers. Now, you can, and in some ways rightfully, credit that to they played better defense in the second half because they had better defenders on the floor in the second half.
Yeah.
But that's, I love the tempo idea. The reason I don't like basing it, or we're going to play fast this year, is you're going to get into the Big 12. You think Houston's going to let you, Iowa State's going to let you just run up and down the floor and dunk on them and shoot wide open threes in transition. It's not sustainable is the problem.
I think kind of to your point, though, if you were actually coaching the team up to making defense turn into offense like Georgia does, that's exactly what Georgia's game plan is to play tough defense on you, to turn you over and get into your fast break offense. If you were doing that to get to tempo, that changes things. But you don't see the coaching staff able to put 2 and 2 together to make 4. Instead, they're saying 2 and 2 makes 5, and no one understands what the fuck you're talking about.
Why are you so angry?
I'm tired of watching bullshit basketball. It sucks.
Yeah,
don't watch it.
You know, it's kind of what both of you guys are saying, that the tape is out there now. Let's watch the first half against Clemson and see what happens when we slow down the Cincinnati team and force them to play in the half court. Then you see what happens in the second half when they do have the personnel, they do have the defensive mindset, full court pressure, the getting up into the grill of the. It was kind of like desperation mode defensively, and
sure,
if they needed to do that from the opening tip, okay, I can get behind that. Because it just, you know, and a lot of it too is you can't get out and run if you are using these half court sets offensively, milking up so much of a shot clock and forcing up a 30-foot three. Like that, just you're never going to be able to get up and run. And so it begs to differ to what are you going to actually be able to do? I'm with you, Aaron. I'm pretty sick and tired. Like the first 11 minutes of the game yesterday was just
the
horrible.
ball never got below the free throw line.
It was horrible. What, the first 7 shots were 3-pointers? Like it's just
because the ball never got to the free throw line, never got like even on beyond the 3-point line, it never got below the free throw line extended. They never moved the defense any more than the 3-point line from elbow to elbow.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, Ryan, by the way.
Ryan, the boy. How are we?
Sorry, I'm at a different place. I'm at my parents' house in Columbus right now, so the resources were not cooperating.
Christmas break is upon us, huh?
Well, I mean, I normally work from home on Mondays, and so I'm just going to get up to Columbus, so limit the travel, do it on the weekend. But I'm doing good, though, man. It's been a repetitive cycle on these Mondays. Always solid weekend, but always seems to be dampered by some low-quality Bearcat basketball.
You know, and it sucks because there were 2 games this past week, and Wednesday night's game. And Chad, I'm fully on your side with you know, when you and Aaron opened up the aftermath after the blowout win, and Aaron was like, I was just kind of bored. It's like, oh, for once we were actually having fun watching Bearcat basketball. But no, it was it's dampered by, you know, what happened on Sunday. So Ryan, were you able to take in the Clemson game? Just, you know, debrief us on your vibes, because obviously that first half was so much fun to watch, and I'm sure you were completely enticed by what was to follow.
No, I think you mentioned earlier about your friend saying, like, just the combination of watching something that's so abysmal in the first half, and you're just like, here we are again. The worst keeps getting more worse, but then they somehow like drag you back in, like, oh, I can't believe that they come back. They might have a chance to win a 27-point deficit. But you know, just watching it, you could just tell, like, you know, I think a lot of the comeback is also, you know, we were making Clemson uncomfortable, but they were just playing, you know, they had their, you know, 11 plus minutes of terrible basketball. So it's kind of like, it would just be nice to be able to watch Cincinnati just be able to put a good, consistent showing against a team that's playing consistent. Because we mentioned it earlier in that Louisville game. Like, what did they come out? They didn't make a field goal 7 minutes into the game. Yeah. And then we were talking about it the other week. It's like, oh, it's just kind of like a fraudulent lead we developed, or like a fraudulent good sign on the scoreboard. We're like, hey, we're taking it to Louisville a little bit, but it's kind of like, you know, Louisville is just playing like shit. And same thing when we're going up on them, it's, well, they can't shoot. What were they like?
I don't think it was that. I think they played really good defense in the opening of those 2 games, but they don't sustain it. That's the issue.
Yes, they don't. They're never able to complete a game, and they always have a run that they let up that just absolutely nukes their chances. And all these like games where it's like it feels like this is a must-win game. Like this game could kind of like get us, redefine like the momentum and like get us going in the right foot. And they always
It
they
could have.
always end up, yeah. And it's like no matter how good a basketball you play, like you're being able to come back from 27 points down is like it's unattainable. Like as bad as Clemson played and as how much better we played in the second half, it just shows like that you can't surmount those mistakes that put you at a 27
But
point
they
game.
could have. It was a 1-point game with 45
Right.
seconds left.
I
They were
Agreed.
right there, and then they let the best player get right to his spot, catch the ball, and score a layup with his right hand to his right where he wants to go, and then they let
Yeah,
the
it was
best free
bowling
throw
Chom.
shooter. They let the best free throw shooter on the other team run free and catch 2 inbounds
Yeah, that
passes.
was
That's
Yeah.
you can't. They were in position to do it, and they failed to execute.
yeah. I see what you're saying. I was just talking more in generalities of like, yeah,
I
like
know, but they were in
you,
position to complete the comeback.
yeah, that's fair. And yeah, I was pulling my hair out watching. It's like the one guy we can't let get the ball, and they ran like that set where they just sent the guy like wide open down the middle, like he
Yeah.
was wide open, and it probably just froze everybody for a little bit because
Stay with that. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit about the guy running. Stay
Yeah.
with the 90% free throw shooter.
Yeah, that
Right.
I'm pretty sure it was like their 4 guy too. It's like, yeah, let the 4 guy run, 40 feet and throw a high ball to him and see if we could chase him down. But I don't know. Maybe that was intentional on Clemson. It got me because I saw him run. I was like, holy shit, what the hell's going on there? And lo and behold, was it Hunter? Was that the guy's name? The free throw
Yeah.
shooter?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just catches it, just clean as day. 10-foot pass right in the middle of the court. Like he's not even in a position to be trapped, really. So it's the same. I mean, I thought it. Yeah, Buck Harris, we had him out there for defense. The personnel in the second half was clicking, obviously, if you're coming back for 27 points down. But I felt like there's possessions were lost there, him trying to create just it's been like almost 8 times now this year on like critical possessions where he's just somehow in the paint, just throwing the ball up behind his head. It's like, why? How does the offensive set get to be to that where he has the ball with 8 seconds on the shot clock? It's like there should be an alarm going off on that bench where the coaches they yell, get the ball to Baba, just Baba, 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 get the ball. Like, at least let him do something with the ball. It's just Buck Harris. That's just not his game to have to go in there and create and try to throw up
But
something in the paint. And I just feel like it's happened so
the
many
problem
times. And
is he's the one that's willing to do it.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
else is willing to put their head down and just get to the rim.
Hey, I can't believe I'm saying this, but now it's get the ball to Jizzle James to do it. Who would have thought?
Jizzle had that one drive in the second half, a couple minutes left where he absorbed the contact and finished the layup a lot like he's done in the past. But yeah, no, I agree, Ryan. Who would have thought? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, Jizzle's back.
Yeah,
Feed the beast.
let's get the ball to Jizzle and like a make or break, last 5 minutes of the game. I didn't think I'd ever be saying that. And I mean, I liked why like Chom coming on late in the game. It's just like there's like throw that on top of the Jizzle thing. It's just, you could see the flashes of what this team is capable of, but it's just like, all right, they're performing like this in a game where they're having to make a 27-point comeback to not fall to 7-5. And you see those flashes and you're like, oh, so that's there in a little bit, but it's only there, trying to, fight back from a absolutely terrible first half and trying to win a game to try to right the season, that's already in a shithole spot of 7-4. And both of those things fall flat on its face. And here we are again, looking at Wes Miller seeing ghosts in the pressers. So it's frustrating, and I mean, I don't
There's
even
no
know
other
what
way
to
to
say
slice
anymore.
it. Because it is the worst non-conference during the Wes Miller tenure. has never had 5 losses heading into conference play. It's not like we necessarily had a gauntlet, because Georgia's the only team that is sniffing the top. Well, Louisville obviously, but Georgia's the only other team sniffing the top 25. It's just
Clemson should be in there.
Yeah,
Clemson beat Georgia.
Right, but yeah, it's insane because I mean the Big 12 is obviously the big damn 12 again. No other team has 5 losses in the Big 12 in the non-conference, and I looked at all of their non-con schedules, and it's pretty damn similar. And they all have a good, they all have a good win. Every single team has at least one good win in the non-conference, and it's not good because now it's like, okay, so what's the silver lining?
Does the Michigan exhibition win count for us?
No.
I think it got canceled out by the Arkansas exhibition game. We had to win both in order for them to count, but we lost the Arkansas one. Man, it's tough because you do get in that sense where it's like, okay, so let's beat Lipscomb. Yes, let's beat Lipscomb. We're 8-5 heading into conference, and it's just like where is this silver lining hope? It's just because once you get in the Big 12, it's like gauntlet after gauntlet after gauntlet, and we just haven't shown the ability to win those games at this point. But touchdown for Alec Pierce in the game, the friend of the program, BBP, friend of Ryan
Let's
Royer.
go.
So the man, the myth, the legend continues that positive streak. But it is interesting to see though. What?
Old man River to young man Pierce.
I mean, that was a hell of a throw too.
It was. And did you see it? A whole suite is just Phillip Rivers kids. They're occupying the entire suite.
And the grandkid.
Yeah, and the grandkid. Nuts. But yeah, it's just, I mean, obviously we're gonna have another BVP show before we even have another, basketball game. So that's just another crazy aside to lead into it. But I'll be interested to see. We'll probably talk about this more on next Sunday. Will there be a change in the starting 5? I think you saw a different feel out there. I love Kirk Reese, love what he brings, but if as Chad mentioned earlier, if he's not knocking down his shot, then it's kind of, I don't know. He really hasn't been able to bring too much. I think Jizzle's shown well out there. I think obviously Day-Day's having his best season up to this point as well. I don't know. You're grasping for answers and hope when a 7-5 start to the year is about as bad as you can write it up to be. So I don't know. I really don't know. Anything else on this, guys? I mean, this Clemson game was just, my cousin graduated from Clemson. Shouts to Taylor. She was really rubbing it in my face, and I was just like, listen, Taylor, I don't think we're very good this year. Like, quit acting like you're dominating us. But
they were. For a while it was belt to asses there for an hour.
Yes. It's bad when my family tries to make me happy by saying, but Brent, like, look, they almost came back. Like, you have to be happy about that. It's like, no.
Did you take the live action about that? Did you take the live action when they were down 27 though?
Absolutely, man. Come on, dude. There's no doubt on that. Absolutely no doubt. But yeah, I mean, anything more on this basketball, guys? Just kind of, it'll be more telling after the long layoff what changes are made. Because
I mean, in 2 games, we're gonna go from Jizzle James is not playing this year. Again, You wonder, like, I got a lot of people asking me why I reported that. Listen to Wes in post-game press conferences. He is telling you the plan was not to play Jizzle James this year. We were not going to play him.
Yep.
If you want inside information, I can only give it to you as it happens. I cannot say Wes Miller has told Jizzle James he's not coming back to play this year. He will have to sit this year out. That's what everybody in the program, everybody in the athletic department was told, right? He's not coming back. Then he does come back. Okay, well, you kind of screwed me there. Is what it is. But, like, that's what I was told. That changed. Things change in life, whatever. But we're going to go from he's not playing this year to he's starting against Lipscomb in 2 games.
And, like, could potentially become, yet again, the best player, like the focal point of the team probably midway through January, and it's just like it's insane. It's insane.
That's more. I think it's more glaring on the problems that exist right now.
Right.
Yes, it's just absolutely unbelievable. It's unbelievable we've been as bad as we've been, that the players have regressed as far as they've regressed, and now we're going into a conference schedule where the only way to be good against good teams in the best conference in basketball is being consistent, and we haven't been consistent all year. Our best show of consistency is with our least consistent lineup, with the guy who's only played 2 games now. So to expect consistency starting out in the Big 12 is far-fetched, but maybe with a lineup that is showing promise and showing good flow, that could form. But if you were to tell me that that was going to involve Jizzle James in the starting 5, I would be absolutely shocked. So I am at a loss for words, but
Like,
maybe we can
imagine-
figure
Look,
some
Greg,
shit out.
Look, Greg, yeah, Jizzle was averaging 16 points a game against Big 12 teams late last season. He was also shooting it like 19 times a game.
Yeah,
He was wildly inefficient. Like, yeah, the point totals were there, but if you dig a little deeper into it, one of the reasons that most of us were like, you got to pick one between Day and Jizzle, it's just not working with both, is because Jizzle was so wildly inefficient. Now, he has been a lot more efficient in these 2 games back, but that still happened.
We didn't call him Dribble James for nothing.
Right. Like, he had the ball in his hand. He was going to take. Now, some of that was because nobody else was going to take the shot or willing to take the shot.
Sure.
So they went to this offense where, hey, Jizzle, Day-Day's efficient. There's one. So I got you, Joe. Day-Day makes
Points per
threes. He makes
possession.
free throws. Let's go. Day Thomas. Efficient.
Day was cooking in the second
He
half,
was.
by the way.
That
It
3
was-
almost went down to tie it. I mean,
Oh
it
my
was
God, yeah.
it was an
It did.
inch long. If that's an inch shorter, that thing is through the net.
And to be
It
honest with
looked
you,
like it was going
I think
in.
they win it in overtime too. Like,
Probably
just,
they had the momentum.
just the way things are rolling.
As long as they kept that big man off, away from the
Yeah.
block, because he was just
Godfrey,
bullying Sean
yeah.
down there.
He was. But Godfrey just. I mean, he's one of those guys that. What's his name? Perry Ellis, who was at
He's
Kansas
been
for
in college
100
for a
years.
long time.
Godfrey's been in college for a while. That's a grown man, but I
Yeah.
thought Sean played pretty damn well. It's just at this point of the season, you're 12 games in. You obviously have more losses than you want, and you're still searching for the identity. And now you throw in Jizzle, who's a high volume player from the past, as we've seen. And it's like, okay, so is this the new identity? The new identity? It just is mind-boggling. But like you're saying, Ryan, if you would have seen what happened in, during the off season and seen all the messages and this, that, and the other, and then all of a sudden you see against Clemson in a massive non-conference game, in the second half, Jizzle James plays 18 minutes and Buck Harris plays 60 minutes on the court together, you'd be like, what? Like, what world am I in right now? This is just insane. But
it also goes to what they were doing to Sean Abayev was unfair to Sean Abayev.
yeah,
He was not ready to come in and be a 15-point a game wing in the Big 12 immediately in his freshman year. And you get caught up in that whole, well, we got to let him take his lumps and learn through it and make some mistakes and learn and grow. But the arrow hasn't been pointing up. Like, we're 12 games into this thing, and I don't think any of us feel like, okay, I can see it. Like, all right, I see it coming for Sean Abayev. He's on the cusp of breaking out and being an all Big 12 level freshman. He's not.
Yeah. Right.
He hasn't gotten there. He hasn't developed better shot selection. The understanding that when he plays downhill, good things happen. He gets assists. Yeah. He gets to the free throw line. He gets easier looks at the basket than taking guarded step back threes 5 times a game.
Against Alabama State, especially in the first half, and sure, it's Alabama State, but he was distributing the ball well. Like, because
he was playing downhill.
Passing. Yeah, he was playing downhill, finding open teammates, getting a hockey assist. Like, he was doing all the small things right, and you're like, oh shoot, he's he's comfortable out there. He's playing nice. And then you see this game yesterday, and it's just like, man, he is kind of forcing these shots. He only took 5, but a lot of them were kind of those step back, side step, and just either it clanks or it one goes in. So it's probably asking too much of him, but who knows? Maybe if Jizzle continues to push his game and develop more, then maybe Shanabayev as the third option is something that could then really step up and have some good games in Big 12 play, but still asking a lot.
The problem is their best player needs to be a third option.
Yeah, right.
Baba's not a number 1 option.
No, he's not. And you definitely see a difference when the talent level amps up.
Yeah, because he's not able to just dunk on it's
right.
When I talked about Alabama State, he's not going to get 8 dunks in a game ever again.
Oh, and he was playing on easy mode, man. That was rookie mode out there. He was dunking everything. But he's got to have other ways to score. He's got to be more efficient. He's got to start. He's a 33% three-point shooter that's shooting 12% or whatever it is. He's got to be able to knock down the jumper to make defenses have to guard him out there so he can drive to the rim. Right now, everybody's laying off of him, and you got 2 guys waiting for him every time he drives, and he's driving into traffic, and people are swatting the ball away. It doesn't always lead to a turnover, but it makes the offense more inefficient. Yeah. It's just one thing after the other. And you know, the funny thing is, like, it's just, and every team has injuries, you know, and whatnot, but it's just the whole, you know, Big Slime injury, and that now McKinley, and then so you're having to play Halveen, and for as much effort and hustle Halveen puts out there, like I imagine coming into the season, you weren't expecting him to play the amount of minutes that he logged against Clemson. I thought he had some good moments, but obviously offensively, he's a little bit behind.
He's non-existent on offense.
Right.
He's going to defend. He's going to rebound. He's going to play his ass off, but he cannot score.
Yep. So we'll see what happens, man. A week until the next game, and I don't know. And Christmas is in between then.
We'll be here on Sunday.
We will.
Because the Lipscomb game, which is a very dangerous game coming back from Christmas.
Yeah.
Against a good Lipscomb team that very much can beat Cincinnati. Very, like, if this team doesn't play with maximum effort and make more shot, like, they're not going to make a lot of shots. Let's stop kidding ourselves. They're last in the Big 12 in 2-point percentage, 3-point percentage, and free throw percentage. They're not going to all of a sudden become a good offensive team, but they've got to go from bad to, like, not as bad.
Right.
Or else they're not going to win any games between now and March.
Yeah. Boy, that would be a very, very dark series of episodes on the BBP.
Look at it like this. Big 12 Conference KenPom rating. Arizona 2, Iowa State 3, Houston 9, BYU 10, Kansas 16, Texas Tech 25, Baylor 30, UCF 43, TCU 57, Kansas State 59, Oklahoma State 62, Colorado 69, West Virginia 70, Cincinnati 72.
Yep. Only team to have
Arizona State and Utah are the only 2 teams behind Cincinnati in KenPom in this.
Yeah. Conference. Yeah, Arizona State took a bad loss to Oregon State, we can beat, or else we can be ahead. Yeah, I mean, Utah had a couple of good wins in the non-con. What we're staring at, one good win against Dayton, and another one, like, Dayton only made 3 3-pointers and shot like 10% from deep. I don't know.
I mean, Utah beat Mississippi by 1. Ole Miss stinks. They're Dayton.
Well, that's a better win than anything we've got, or comparable at least. So
it's comparable.
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't know. We need
Dayton 66. Ole Miss is 60. Like, that's as comparable as it gets. The problem is you got to get all the way to Utah to find a team that's had a worse non-conference in this league than Cincinnati. Yeah. That's the problem.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, we'll see what they can do. We've got another week of no games, so more time to just digest our thoughts and get all fat and happy with all the tasty food. And when do the power player donors?
When do the power player donors start throwing their weight around when it comes to Wes? What do you want? They're not gonna. I mean, I guess it would have been pretty interesting if they lost by 30. What happened yesterday? I don't think anything, but it would have been interesting to see unfold. Joe, nothing's going to happen until the end of the year, until the end of the season. So that would be your answer. Like basketball coaches, just it's very, very rare that you see a basketball coach get fired before the season ends. That happens in football a lot. You just do not see it in basketball. So I don't expect to see anything until the end of the season. Now, again, things change. If they're sitting at like 0-8, 0-9 in the Big 12 going into February, then maybe we have a different conversation. I think we lost Ryan again. Maybe we have a different conversation. But as things currently stand, it's just not something that happens in basketball. It's very, very rare.
Yeah, no, I agree. If the final score was as lopsided as that first half was, it would be interesting. But yet here we are instead talking about, and people are going to talk about Wes's comments about how they were in every single game, with a chance to win in all 5 losses. And it's
that's on you.
It's true, but it's also like you had all 5 of those are losses. So yes, the opportunities were there, but it's pretty damn obvious. The proof is in the pudding that at this point, it's just not just a trend. It's something that's actually very factual. You can't win most of those games, or any of them really. So
any of them.
Let's go ahead and timestamp, and we'll riff, and we'll get this show rolling.
Timestamp brought to you by Quick Paper Supply, your local and family-owned restaurant supply company for all your non-food products. Quick Paper services over 150 restaurants with weekly, low minimum next-day deliveries. They provide a wide range of food service products from to-go containers, cups, custom-printed products, eco-friendly, and much more. They have cleaning and restroom supplies for all your janitorial needs. All you got to do, call Nick, 513-470-2029, and reference Bearcats for 20% off your first month of purchases.
Boom. Ryan. Let's go, baby. Let's riff. We didn't even riff last week. We had one big question.
I know.
Let's take it away.
Do you guys think the regression of the players when they come to Cincinnati is purely just happens chance, or do you think it's mainly the off-season work, or do you think it's the in-game coaching ability of the coaching staff?
It's true, because every single one has regressed percentage-wise.
Same last year too.
Shooting from the free throw line. It's just a curse, right? I think that's the correct answer that you say. Just the Cincinnati curse.
No, the coaching. I don't think the coaching staff, as currently assembled, is good at making in-game adjustments whatsoever. I think that we've seen that now starting to pile up for several years, but this is probably the worst that it's been. And I don't know if that's Wes being unable to listen to his coaching staff or simply not having the right guys on staff. Whatever the case may be, there's a disconnect somewhere. But between that and I don't know, practice, I don't know that you have to have these minutes given to the back end of your bench that you have given them because you're trying to hold people over to have extra juice come March Madness that you haven't made in the entire time that you've been here, by the way, but you still are making sure that you're not overplaying your guys in case you make it to March Madness. At least that's what you're telling us. I don't know. It's a mess.
A lot of shooting, it's obviously mechanics, it's obviously this, that, and the other, but it's also rhythm and flow. If you're locked in and you have somewhat of a set scenario where, okay, I'm going to catch it on the wing and this is going to be the shot I have set up and it's going to be open and I'm going to be in rhythm and I'm going to shoot it. I don't see many of those for us. Like a lot of them are kind of just, the clock's winding down. All of a sudden it's just Kerr fires up one with 6 seconds left on the shot clock just to get one up. It's just, I think it's a mix of it all where it's just like Aaron said, there's no continuity, there's no flow, but I also think it's just a curse. To be honest, just a Cincinnati curse.
I mean, I don't think you can look over 5 years and say development has been a strong suit. Like I think you could look at Mick and say we saw guys from when they got here to when they left make significant strides in their game. We saw that under Huggins. Guys made significant strides from freshman year to junior year to senior year. In season, guys got better. Like, do you feel like outside? I mean, I think Landers was outstanding. In his year here. I thought DeJulius got better. I think Day-Day's gotten better. It's not to say there's nobody that's gotten better, but it is certainly not a hallmark of the past 5 years of this guy. Like last year, the entire focus last year was we're bringing all these guys back. They're going to continue to develop, and we're going to go from 7-11 in the Big 12 to the NCAA tournament. And instead they finished 7-13 in the Big 12 because there wasn't a whole lot of development to hang your hat on. Guys are about the same. Like, I don't know that there's regression. I think people just assume if they don't get better, then they've regressed. I think most of those guys looked pretty much how they looked in prior. And they look like funny enough, they look like the exact same guys now at their new schools. Dan looks like Dan. Dylan looks like Dylan. Tyler Betsy looks just like Tyler Betsy. Like, those guys are who they are. I think a lot of times, more than anything, we get excited about the numbers, the recruiting rankings, the juice surrounding when somebody commits, how they commit, whatever. I don't think the evaluations have been great. I think the rankings have been great. I think the potential has been there, but I don't think we're seeing guys come in and just instantly like, oh man, yeah, we can see that. Like, it was clear why this guy was a top 50 guy. It was clear why this guy was a top 30 guy.
And that's even worse. If that's your job, and if that's what you're supposed to be really good at as a staff is recruiting, and because you're not good at the in-game adjustments, you're not good at offensive planning. Right now, I'm not even sure you're good at defensive planning. And what you're supposed to be really good at is recruiting, and you may not actually recruit better than what the numbers say, my goodness, what are we even looking at? Am I wrong? I'm furthering your point. It's just if you're not good at that, what are you good at? What is it you'd say you do here?
I guess you could. I'll just do a little stack on question with this one too, because we talk about NIL and roster building in both football and basketball, and you're mentioning a strong suit of Wes is being able to like recruit guys in, and so that means in this era you're recruiting in rentals. Do you think that this is Wes is being able to look at a guy and be like, all right, that number looks good, let's plug him into this lineup and he's gonna be able to play good? Do you think that's just exposing his in-game coaching problems, or do you think it's because if a guy averages X amount, rebounds X amount at another school, if you simply look at, oh, he's going to come here, he's going to do the same. But every single guy that we bring in, they end up falling off. Do you think it's more of a talent evaluation problem, or just more of the program culture system that we've established here under Wes?
I mean, I think ultimately, Ryan, it's something that a lot of coaches are getting caught up in this because it's really a pain in the ass to build a roster in 2-3 weeks, which is essentially what just about everybody is doing anymore. I think there is I don't even know what the right word for it is, but I think there's a trend towards just go get good players and we'll figure it out. But that's not how it works. Like, how many times have we talked about, especially the past 2 years, the need for a high scoring guard, the need for go get somebody that somewhere else has put up 17, 18, 19 points a game and let them come in here and see what happens.
Yeah.
And instead, it's a lot of guys that average 10, 11, 12 point respectable, but like nobody that has been a star anywhere. And then guess what they do when they come in here? They average 10, 11, 12 points a game, right? Like, they're not – a lot of times guys are who they are. You'll see guys take jumps, and, you've seen – like I said, you've seen some guys take jumps here. But you're going out and, okay, like Dylan Mitchell just came back from the draft, and he's available. And he's probably the best player you can get. So you go out and get him. But guess what? Dylan Mitchell threw off the 2 years of building that roster because he was a duplicate piece. So instead of using that money and going and getting a guard that could come in here and play, it was we believe in Jizzle and Dan, and those two, we're going to live and die with those two guys. And we're not going to go out and get a high-level, high-scoring guy. This year it was, we believe in Jizzle and Day-Day, and those guys are going to get us where we need to go. And then you lose Jizzle for pretty much all of November and half of December. And your team is floundering because you didn't go out and address that. We spent XYZ dollars on the roster. That's great. You got a lot of pieces that I think are talented. But if you go look, man, everybody's got that dude.
Yeah.
Everybody's got that guy that, the reason people worry about Clemson is because Clemson doesn't have that guy. Clemson's got a lot of good complementary pieces. They play well together. But they've let they let BYU come back on them. They let Cincinnati come back on them. They let Georgetown beat them, which probably shouldn't have any way, shape, or form happened. And you look at it, you go, why? Well, they don't have the dude. They don't have stop the run. We need you to go get 2 or 3 buckets in this segment so that we can hold this other team off while they're making a charge at us. And some of it is, look, we're just going to go get the best players we can get. But there's not a lot of thought into why and how and the way it works with the way they want to play. If you want to argue they don't know how they want to play, I mean, you're standing on pretty solid ground right now because this continues to happen. So, yeah, second touchdown for Alec, Ryan.
Let's fucking go.
The boy.
Hey, I'd only miss it for one thing, and it's you boys.
We
Glad I missed
this.
We're back. We're back.
We
All
are.
right. Next question, Mr. Ryan.
Do you guys envision the lineup wavering from what it was in the second half, or do you think that's going to be locked in for the next couple weeks?
Go ahead, guys. I've talked too much.
I think
I see.
Jizzle will be inserted into the starting 5. I think that's going to happen. I think that writing's pretty much on the wall. I don't know. It's not very common for a player to just not play 1 second of an entire half after they've started every game leading up to then and played large majority of minutes as well. So that kind of shouts a little bit to me that there's probably going to be a change made. And I think all parties involved know that hey, we got to really figure something out fast because it's not looking good. So yeah, I think they kind of showed the ability to play with a little bit more edge, and I think Jizzle's. I mean, he looks good. He doesn't seem to be forcing the issue too much. Obviously his efficiency wasn't as high as it was against Alabama State, but I thought for his second game back, he looked fine and had some really good moments as well. So I think he's out there. As far as Buck starting, I don't see why not. Unless like you really want Abayev to be out there just to start, and then you do the quick sub and bring Buck in right away scenario. So, but yeah, I think you'll see kind of that same five that played the bulk of the second half really start to have prominence here starting next week.
I just don't know why you would change anything up right now. You played maybe your best half of basketball the entire season.
Because there's a very real possibility they go out in the next half they play. Those guys look like shit.
That's what I was kind of getting at. Do you
right now,
more forward looking? Do you think it's going to stick? Do you think that these guys are going to remain consistent? Is there any inkling, or do you feel like, Kerr's going to figure it out? He's going to start shooting 40% from three, and he's going to kind of push himself back in there. Are you getting the sense that the consistency is going to grow with that crew?
You hope so, but look, you got Houston coming up, and then you got a couple games you quote unquote can win. At West Virginia, at UCF, Colorado at home. Okay. And then the next 5 after that, Iowa State at home, Arizona on the road, Arizona State on the road, Baylor at home, Houston on the road. Good luck. Who knows what this looks like by the time we get to that second Houston game?
It could be bad.
We'll be here, though. Don't you worry. Every Monday night.
Still got bills to pay, so I'm still going to be sitting here arguing with Aaron.
Yeah,
nothing better
to do.
Kurt was never really like a big time scorer, like go out and score.
No, he can hit you a couple threes.
Right. His one season where he averaged double figures was at West Virginia, and that was on a bad West Virginia team. And he was kind of forced into a role of having to score more. So I don't know. I think you kind of just have to flip it all up, and who knows? Maybe Wes's vision the whole time was to have Jizzle and Day in the starting 5 and have Kirby that veteran presence off the bench. And now that Jizzle's back in the mix, maybe that's the step he takes. But I don't know. Kind of with you guys too. It's like, okay, the second Jizzle has a 1-for-9 game, and everyone's like, oh, this Jizzle's back. It's not good. Bring Kerr back in. Then it's just like, rinse and repeat.
I mean, he's still taking 18-foot jumpers. Like that part hasn't stopped. It's still going to be an inefficient way to play offense.
His one drive still has me just, yes, let's go.
The problem is it was one.
This is back. Yeah, I know. He had another good take.
It's like golf, right? You go out for 18 holes and you play like shit and you shoot 104. But man, that approach on 7.
You birdied 17.
I striked it,
like,
baby.
Hey man,
I striked that approach on 7, boy.
Yep. Or you birdie 17 and then you shank your drive on 18 and you just don't even finish it. You're just good. What?
Did you Geoff? You'll take Jizzle's jumpers over Day? Aaron, ban him for life.
I like Geoff. Get out of here. No, I mean it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Who cares if they're 18-foot jumpers? Who cares? They're all bad. They're bad shots. That is not the shot selection you should have for anyone.
We agree. But Jizzle shoots 20% from 3, and Day shoots 45% from 3. Every time you see Day this year, he misses his jumper.
He's shooting like 45% from 3. And he hit like 5 in a row in the second half.
I think he's talking about
mid-range jumpers.
The long twos. Yes, I think he's talking about the long twos.
He says jumper.
He's talking about the long twos.
Okay,
otherwise, he's not actually watching. Okay. He's smart. He's smarter than that. Come on now.
Okay.
Yeah. To be fair, Day is shooting 28.3% from 2. So on the year.
Fair. Yeah, fair.
but
Crazy.
47.1 from 3.
Crazy that he can shoot 47% and he takes deep threes.
Yeah.
He's shooting 47% from like 30 feet.
94% from the free throw line too.
And 28%
35
from 8 feet.
between 30 and 35 feet.
Yeah.
But he got up and dunked
Steph
that
Curry.
one, though. Got up and yammed that one to get us to 5 points with 9 minutes left in the first half.
That is pretty funny, Tyler. This would be the year they beat Houston and Cincinnati with how bad it just doesn't matter.
Oh, right,
Cincinnati's
right.
going to move the needle at all.
Yeah. We like hit 11 threes and we're just like, wait a minute, are we good? Like,
No,
yeah,
it's gonna be
and then,
it's gonna end up
then
being a
lose
close
to
game.
Colorado.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a close game where we all think, oh, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. Nope. And then we're gonna be like, what the fuck? Why do we even watch this shit?
Come on to the BBP on Monday.
They'll lose by 12.
Yeah.
They'll lose by 12.
But they had
Lose
it
by
to like
3.
5 with like 7 minutes left.
Yep.
All right, Brian.
No, they got it to 1. They're up by 1 at the under 8 stop and lose by 14.
Yep. We're like, here we go. Ryan, you've been texting me quite a lot. It makes me so happy. You have no idea. That one time you texted me on Friday, I believe, and I said, bro, just keep this up. Keep texting me because you brighten up my day all the time. So thank you for doing that. But we were mentioning because you said, hey, with Christmas time is here. Let's bust out a couple favorites. Let's bust out a favorite Christmas movie. Let's bust out a favorite Christmas sweet. Let's bust out a favorite Christmas tradition that you do. And you kind of were just saying what are these, bro? Do you have a good cookie recipe I can use? Hey man, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Should I watch it? And I said, dude, save all of that for the BBP because we're gonna have a little down in the dumps talk after the Clemson game. So we need a little bit of happy, a little bit of spark me up. And that's why we're gonna have a little Christmas happiness right now. Favorite Christmas movie, favorite Christmas sweet, and favorite Christmas thing that you do each year. Pass it
All
on.
right. Favorite Christmas movie? It's a Wonderful Life. It's a beautiful, beautiful movie.
God, I hate that movie.
Favorite Christmas sweet. My mom makes these Christmas cutout cookies. They're phenomenal. They're like crack. And
are they soft or are they hard?
They're like a sugar cookie kind of with frosting. So they're a little thinner, but they're soft. They have a right amount of crunch though,
Yeah.
It's kind of like Portnoy's pizza or something. But and then favorite Christmas tradition, we make the homemade great undercarriage. It's the number one evaluation of anything in life. What's that undercarriage look like?
Oh. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, I've been wondering, Brent.
I know.
Yeah. The suspense has been killing me for all these years.
Same. Tradition. Take it away.
We make homemade ravioli, fettuccine, and we actually just did it yesterday. So I had a good 10-hour shift, kneading out the dough, filling the rav, crank machine. So you crank through all the dough to get it nice and thin, then crank out the pasta, and then we'll make meatballs, sausage, homemade sauce. It's on Christmas Eve, so it's
actually Italian, huh?
Yeah. My mom's side, the Italians, the Cavucci's have been doing it. I mean, all the way back to Italy. So it's been my mom's whole life too. They've been doing it up in Toledo, and then
all
so
the
it's
way
been
back to Italy. Sick brag, bro.
So yeah, it's the recipe's been around for several generations, and it's always fun to do it over the holidays. It's good to do it with the fam.
I love it. Aaron, Chad.
What was the first thing? I don't.
Christmas
movie.
The second thing.
Christmas
movie.
Sweet.
Movie. I'm just gonna go Christmas Vacation. It's so good. I could watch that movie on repeat. It's so good. Christmas Sweet. I'm gonna go a little out of the box, and Rachel makes this blueberry lemon bread casserole thing that you put syrup on in the morning. It's fantastic. It's so good. I will get fat on that on Christmas morning and be super happy in a carb coma. But then tradition, we actually started one last year. Our 15-year-old said, I want to do karaoke. And we karaoke'd all night on Christmas Eve, and it was awesome. Everyone got into it. Even Brennix was 2, and so she was even getting into it. I don't even remember. Maybe she was doing Bluey. I don't even know. But everybody got into it. So
are these all Christmas songs, or are we doing like
no anything? I mean, when the now 15-year-old was doing Coming in the Air Tonight, and that was hysterical. I did Creed because, of course. Just different things. So we'll see. I take special requests from the kids and let them pick half the time. But we had a lot of fun with it, and it's evolving this year. So we'll see how it goes.
Nice.
What's your Creed go to? What is that one? With arms wide open.
I mean, you name the song. It doesn't matter. Should have been dead on a Sunday. It doesn't matter.
Okay. I'm in. Rock it down.
I love it, Aaron.
He's been practicing.
Yeah.
Like,
hello, my friend. We meet again. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh baby.
It's been a while, Brent. Where should we begin?
Pumping it through my veins right there.
Movie, A Christmas Story.
Okay.
I mean, that one always play. It's always on, like every Christmas at somebody's house, wherever we are.
Yep.
So I'll go Christmas Story. Elf and Bad Santa, not far behind.
Yeah.
Both of those are outstanding as well.
Mm-hmm.
If it's still on Netflix, check out The Night Before with
You
Seth
tell
Rogen.
us this every year. Yeah,
I do. It's really good. It's hilarious.
It is funny.
It's all about drugs and stuff. Why would you not find that funny?
Don't watch it.
What are you trying to say?
Don't watch it.
I think you know what I'm trying to say.
No, watch the children, that one. But yes.
That's with the Rogan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
Treat. I know she made it for more than this, but my grandma's pumpkin cake is just unbelievable.
Oh,
pumpkin cake, cream cheese frosting. I mean, it's top
beautiful.
Notch. Rest in peace, Grandma.
The best
tradition, like there's not any like specific. I mean, there were some that didn't carry on,
right?
Yeah. But it's just more like stop over 2 days.
Yeah.
Like ever since Kelsey was born, it's just surviving, like ultimate survival. Like Christmas Eve.
That's the tradition.
Christmas Eve will start at 3:00. We will go see Kelly's mom. We will go from Kelly's mom to my mom's side of the family. My mama passed away in 2004. So we still do Christmas with my aunt and uncle and, that side of the family. So we'll do that Christmas Eve. And then we added the girlfriend's family does Christmas Eve at her house. So we'll go from my uncles to the girlfriends and do Christmas Eve there. Get back here, I'm guessing probably midnight or so. And then wake up in the morning, do Christmas here. Then my dad, my stepmom, my brother, my sister, my stepbrother, his girlfriend, they all are coming over for Christmas breakfast at like 10:00 Christmas morning.
Okay.
And then Kelly's aunts in the afternoon. And then to my aunt and uncle for Christmas dinner where we're doing the tenderloin. So yeah, like that's kind of, you're right, Aaron. I guess that is the tradition.
That's
is
the
just bang, 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 just rapid fire.
I think
to as many places as possible.
I think it's more impressive that you start at 3 and still are able to get 3 Christmases in before getting home at midnight. That's maybe the most impressive thing of everything that you've mentioned.
He's an
So the
oppressive
one with
man.
Kelly's mom is quick because we do another thing with her on Christmas Day, but that's just like Kelly's sister, Kelsey's aunt sends presents up. Kelsey's grandma has presents. Like we just go over there and do like an hour. It's basically just opening presents. It's not like a Christmas.
Just take the compliment.
I know. I'm just like that one isn't
You
like
had
a
to
full
explain
thing.
it more.
That
I don't
one
often
isn't
get to
a
say
full
nice things to you without arguing. This is just me
The
saying
other
something nice.
the other five are full deals. All the food, all the drinks, all the like. The other 5 ones that we do are the full deal.
Yeah.
And by like Christmas night, I am exhausted. And then for some stupid reason, I agreed to fill in for Tony the day after Christmas from 12 to 3.
Of course. It doesn't stop.
I'm an idiot. Just say no. Tomorrow, never mind. I won't get into that.
Yes. That's
Our
why
hero,
we're here.
Chad. We salute you, brother.
I'm an
We
idiot.
salute you.
Don't salute me. I'm a fucking moron.
Thank you,
no.
Chad. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Chad. Thank you, Chad.
I mean,
We're spreading the Christmas spirit.
yay, Chad. Thank you, Chad. Yeah.
I guess that's my tradition is to run myself ragged.
Well, good. I'm very happy. Proud of you. Yeah. Good.
And then like an idiot, I don't drink in any of them.
Oh, you gotta change that.
Kelsey will be driving soon enough.
She can drive now.
Oh.
So, but I won't drink Christmas night because I have to get up and do radio the next morning.
True.
It's
Play
doing
yourself.
radio hungover is not fun.
No.
It's not fun.
Oh, see you later, Ryan.
All right, just in time. Ryan's out of here. It's time to do the mailbag.
Yeah, it is. That
Mailbag
was great.
brought
Riffing with Ryan.
timestamp. Quick Paper Supply, your local and family-owned restaurant supply company for all your non-food products. They provide mostly disposable restaurant supplies, to-go containers, cups, pizza boxes, to-go bags, can liners, napkins. They've been open since 2009 and are one of the largest minority-owned companies in the city. Call Nick 513-470-2029 and reference Bearcats for 20% off your first month of purchases. And that brings us to the mailbag, which is sponsored by Greg Hooden. Look, you got 2 days. You got 2 days. You're going to get your significant other.
Yeah, the gift of a lifetime.
The gift of a lifetime, or like the next 7 years.
Yep.
Go see Greg Hooden. He's at Beachmont Toyota. You can find him on all social media accounts at Cincy Greg Hooden, Hoodin, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, you name it. Just go see him. Ask for Greg. When you get there, he will get you taken care of by your new or pre-owned Toyota, and get it from a fellow Bearcat family member. Greg told me he recently had a Bearcat Journal listener come in, get a car from him recently. So
Okay.
Make it two.
I'm sure he took care of him.
Let's go. You know,
Sounds
shouts
nice
to
to make
Greg.
it twice.
Shouts to Greg. Before we hop in the mailbag, so my favorite Christmas movie, I love Elf. Thanks for asking, guys, by the way. I really love Elf. As a family, we all watch The Holiday. Very tearjerker, you know. We did it, the Three Musketeers, and you cry after that. Watch that.
No idea what he's talking about.
I also enjoy. I make really good, award-winning chocolate chip cookies. They're phenomenal. I'm going to be diving into those full bore, getting all fat and sassy. And then tradition, there's this thing called Surfing Santa. It's just insane. It's like thousands of people just getting wild on Christmas Eve, and you just ride that wave all the way in through the night, and before you know it, Christmas Day is there, and you just keep on riding that damn wave. So there we go. We just
I can't wait for drunk texts from Brent on Christmas Day.
You'll be getting that. Don't you worry.
Just don't send your undercarriage to the group chat.
No, it's looking pretty nice these days.
We're gonna get a picture.
Mailbag.
Brent
Mailbag.
has nothing but a Christmas bow. That's what we're going to be getting.
Mm-hmm.
One of those
Find
giant
me-
ones his friend makes.
Yep. You can find me underneath the mistletoe with you. All right, let's go. Mailbag.
Mailbag. All right. Starting off in the football portion of the mailbag. Any talk around the football offices on what they thought is on Sorsby as far as what he will ultimately do next year, NFL or college, or have they pretty much moved on completely and aren't following it anymore?
He's not staying here, Ken Dog. I don't know why they would spend a whole lot of time on it. Like
He's a Raider.
Ooh.
I'm sure they would prefer he goes to the NFL, so you
Oh,
get to say
please.
Cincinnati Bearcat NFL quarterback Brendan Sorsby. But I don't think people are spending a whole lot of time on it because he's not going to be the quarterback at Cincinnati next year.
So Chad, I was listening to a podcast or read it somewhere or something saying that there's like an $8 million price tag, not just on Sorsby, but on like unnamed quarterback. Like, is that
he's the number one quarterback in the portal?
Right.
I've heard as high as 6. I haven't heard 8.
Yeah, it was
Now,
like a tech number.
You have to remember, most of the time, those are complete bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not going to be that high. It's probably not going to be as high as 6. But at 4.5, 5 wouldn't surprise me.
That's that starting salary for my boy Ryan Royer down there, bro.
I mean, here's the big thing. Like, if NIL, like if it has to be whatever, true NIL, quote unquote, the quarterback is the guy that's going to be able to get the most of that, right? Like, if you go to Lubbock, there's going to be a lot of people that want the quarterback on their, advertising or whatever it may be. Right. So if you're going to hide some of that money into NIL, you're better off doing it with the quarterback than any other position. So, some of it makes sense. We can get you more in NIL because we know you're going to be actually able to generate a lot more NIL revenue than like the number 3 wide receiver or, the number 1 field safety isn't probably going to be able to generate that much coin in NIL. So some of that stuff makes sense. But
watch out for those special teams warriors, though. They might be stealing some juice from you.
Okay.
What do you think? Legitimately, if you got money, what do you like? Would you like you want 100,000, 50,000? Yeah. If you were able to go in and like make a demand for money back in the day, what would you have gone into Coach Mace's office and got laughed out of his office for asking for?
Oh man, I don't think I could.
20 grand.
Yeah, it's 10 or below. Is I don't see anything.
Nah, I think you could easily get 100, bro. Easily get 100 out.
I don't even think. I think 5. I think 5 would be fine.
Dude,
Coach, 25? Can I get a down payment for like a 2010 like Forerunner or something? Can you give me $5,000?
Those back pays for that obviously you got, Ryan. You said your check was like 60,000, something like that. So congratulations on that.
Yeah,
but it is funny to hear like the back pay. Like one of my buddies plays for the Saints, and so he's just making money, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, I just got a huge check from the NCAA." So that's fun too. So it's just like money, and NIL is here, and we just love it. Gotta love it. But speaking of, because I know this is a question about Sorsby, we didn't mention it yet. I mentioned it in the opener, but I did want to give a quick shout out. Obviously, we mentioned Evan Tegenstall was named onto one of the All-American teams last week, but then they came out and the whole, retainment side of things, and it's a pretty big retainment getting the 3, Taryn Tyo, Evan Tegenstall, and Joe Cotton all announcing that they're going to be returning to Cincinnati. So really talented offensive line is able to keep those that are possible to come back. So
I mean, I'll reiterate what I said on Wednesday. It raises the floor.
Yeah.
For 2026,
that's big.
If you've got 3/4 or 3/5 of your offensive line, you've got something to at least build off of, and it works well in trying to sell a quarterback to come. your left side is protected.
Right.
All right, moving along. The last question in the football portion of the mailbag. How do you feel that an adjustment made to this era is a recruit after you sign the next 2 years? You are with the same school with an arbitration to get to the second and third year. Can transfer during the first 3 seasons if you get a degree / head coach leaves / pay the buyout of $400,000. School gives you $200,000 to transfer out. If dismissed, then drops down for $20,000.
It would never hold up in court. So it sounds great, but it would never. Without collective bargaining, you can't do any of this shit.
I think I've said it before. I think it would be great. I know they're doing the 5 years of eligibility, and it would be great if you could find some way to limit to 2 transfers, and you have to stay at your first school for 2 seasons or something like that to try to get some, continuity with the current team. But it's that would, like you're saying, Chad, just instituting something like that. I mean, there's programs all across the country that force guys out after their first year. Like, you're not cut out for this, and then that's just going to create problems. But I think keeping the players, where it's not like how it's been with this COVID year, where you got guys transferring 5 times and finding ways to kind of game the system on NIL. I think, trying to get a reasonable amount of transfer restrictions, and like you have to be at a team for at least 2 seasons or something when you first start out. That might be a way to kind of get some consistency.
People will sue and it won't win in court because the players have no representation in anything that the schools are doing. So, I mean, I guess maybe if Congress does step in, I hate doing politics, but we almost have to, because this is a real thing that's happening. Unless Congress steps in and says, this is the way it goes, I don't know. And even that's going to be challenged in court. Just because there's no representation.
And it goes back to what we always talk about every time this topic comes up is you've got to have unions.
You just have to have players have to have some say in the process. It can't be like bargaining is not one side saying these are the rules and the other side having no input, no part of the process.
That ends the football portion of the mailbag.
Make them employees, collectively bargain, and things will start to get normal. Until then, it's going to be a shit show. But nice idea, Mark. It's just never going to happen. Sorry,
Aaron. Your pauses kill me. All right, that's the football portion. Moving on to the basketball portion. What's up with the women's basketball team? Not doing so well to start the season.
This is the problem with going young. Everybody, why didn't Scott Satterfield just go young? Because you get your ass kicked. They've been battling injuries. They're playing a ton of freshmen. They don't have a lot of experience, and now they're into Big 12 play. Awesome that Dee Alexander made her debut yesterday. As she gets reacclimated, I'm sure she will help some because she's an incredible talent. But it is not fun when everybody else has 21, 22, 23-year-olds that have been playing college sports for 3, 4, and 5 years, and your team's got a bunch of people that were going to prom last year. 8 months ago, they were at prom. It's very difficult to win. Katrina knew that. She felt that was the best foot forward for how this program looks going into 26 and 27 and beyond. I think there's a lot of merit to it. It's just you're going to get your ass kicked in that first year while those players gain experience, and you hope they come out on the other side of it hardened, with that experience of we're going to be better. I think the freshmen at times have looked good for them. They've all had their games where they've they've stood up and they played well. But when you got 6 or 7 freshmen that you're relying on to be a big part of what you're doing, winning against good teams is almost impossible because they're just too old.
All right. What would be more shocking, Ozzy Osbourne rising from the dead or Wes keeping his job?
Not answering a dumb question from Killer V in the mailbag. How about that? Love you, Killer V, but come on.
Well, one of those is definitely not happening. So
Ozzy Osbourne would be more shocking.
yeah,
He's dead.
right.
All that black magic though that he would do. I
Hey,
mean,
that's
he
true,
might have a
man.
deal with the devil to come back.
I think he would be
And-
back by now, don't you? Like Jesus was what, 3 days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2025, we're talking about UFOs and
Maybe
aliens
if-
and stuff
yeah.
these days. Who knows? Who knows, man?
If Wes makes the tournament, then maybe he'll come back.
All
Talk
right.
about
That's
Doc.
the-
If Wes makes the tournament, I'm expecting Ozzy to come back.
That's the basketball portion of the mailbag. There was nothing in the baseball portion. Moving on to the banks. One whole question, and we're out of here. Would you rather be the designated present wrapper or designated gift assembler after opening? Merry Christmas to y'all, you filthy animals.
Assembler. I can't wrap.
Rapper.
I can't gift wrap.
I like
can't gift
rapping.
wrap. I'm terrible at it.
Oh, I'm a horrible rapper.
Drop some bars, Ryan.
Yeah, let's hear
The
it.
other kind.
Oh, okay. The
Yeah,
W rapper. Yeah,
Yeah.
I am
White rapper.
You can tell the gifts that I wrap because you're like, whoa, who did that?
I made Kelsey wrap her own presents last year.
Oh, wow.
How about that?
Ho,
if you
ho,
want to
ho.
open something, you're gonna have. I bought you like it's all stuff you asked for, so you already know what you're getting anyway. If you want to open presents on Christmas morning, you're 14. Wrap that shit.
You could have not shared that and been okay.
I'm terrible at wrapping presents.
Chad,
I
you
get
just
literally-
throw it in the middle. Throw it in the middle. You could just scrunch it up. duct
Yeah,
tape
it looks
or
like
something.
it looks like a 3-year-old did it when I wrapped presents.
Santa's stack.
Whoa.
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 You
Yep,
seen that, Aaron?
I'm
Not
just
sure what
saying.
that is, but okay. But yeah, assembler's more fun because then you get to play with it.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not a child anymore. Like those were some rough nights. Christmas Eve. Like you get home from all the stuff, it's like 10, 11 o'clock, and then you got to sit up for 4 hours.
Say first, if there's any little kids listening, to just please earmuffs for this next part. Go ahead, Chad.
Well, not the Santa gifts, but like the gifts
Okay.
from her mom and I, right?
Yes, fair.
Yes.
So like, you got to put that stuff together the night before. I'm not doing it the day of Christmas. I just told you guys we're going nonstop from like 8 o'clock in the morning until midnight. I'm not putting shit together on Christmas Day. So that stuff got done Christmas Eve before we went to bed. So that it would be 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Putting together a Doc McStuffins animal repair kit of some sort, or like
all right.
the kitchen, the plastic kitchen.
Yeah, I think
set.
I had
She
that
had
one
of
too.
those.
I think I had that. Yeah, the Doc McStuffins. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you definitely had the Doc McStuffins one. She
Yeah.
used to love Doc McStuffins.
So Bluey. You mentioned Bluey earlier, Aaron. There's just one episode
did.
of Bluey. It's so good. It's called like Sleepy Time, maybe, or like bedtime or something.
Yep. That's a good
Highly
one.
suggest watching that episode. Have some Kleenexes by you. Might get a little teary eyed.
We missed Bluey. Bluey was not a thing when Kelsey was little. So I don't think we missed it by much,
Yeah,
but we definitely missed Bluey.
as long as it's not Coco Melon, then I think you're good.
Hey, as long as it's not Caillou, fuck that kid.
Oh yeah, how's Caillou?
Another bold
That-
take.
I guess
That kid's an asshole.
What about
Whiny
like
whiny
Franklin
bitch.
back in the day? Like, hey Franklin, you remember that one? Yeah.
A
Now
little bit, yeah.
All the
Now
Franklin memes
Franklin's
that have gone crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Franklin's up to a bunch of stuff lately.
Yes, that's golly.
I think
Well,
I'm
Merry
with
Christmas,
everybody
guys.
else. Gift assembler. That's the mailbag. Get us out of here, Brent.
Merry Christmas, guys. That was a fun, very compact.
It finally came true, Brent.
Hey, I told you, man. It's Christmas, bro. We are spreading holiday cheer today. We are not out here
Gift for everyone.
trying to have anything bad happen.
To pull back the curtain a little bit, before every show over the past like 2 months, Brent has been like, it's not going to be much to talk about tonight. It's going to be a quick one, guys. We're going to get in. We're going to get out. We're going to be done in an hour and a half.
It's been since the summer. And
yeah,
even then, some of them went 2 hours for reasons I will never understand.
We just love each other so much. We love to talk.
Yeah.
So
once we get rolling, it's like we don't stop.
I will commend Brent's dedication, because at 34 minutes he was ready to get out of the basketball segment, and that usually goes for an hour.
Yeah.
At 34 minutes, Brent was like, I don't want to talk about this shit anymore. Let's do something else.
Well, it's just because I like to be happy around this time of the year. It's the most beautiful time of the year, spreading holiday cheer.
The most wonderful time of
the year.
Let's all just sing Christmas songs for another like 25 minutes so we can get it to 2 hours.
I think we've got it in us. Aaron, what's going to be your pick? What's your first pick?
Does Creed have a Christmas song?
Merry
Christmas.
I'm sure you can find something on AI. You can just put something together on AI.
Well, let's go ahead and keep
have
singing.
a holly jolly Christmas in Creed.
Yeah.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
With arms wide open under the Christmas tree. All right. Shouts to Quick Paper Supply. Shouts to Greg Hudden. Shouts to Danco transitioning out of here. Shouts to Cincy Light. Yeah.
There will not be a BBP, or there will not be a BCJ pod this week. It's Christmas Eve. Dave and I are both busy. We're gonna give you guys a break. Plus, I don't know what the hell we would talk about. So Sunday, Aaron will have George in the Jungle tomorrow night.
Can't wait.
We'll mix a couple nightcaps in when possible. But for the most part, look for your return to be this show on Sunday night at 8:00. Getting you ready for Lipscomb.
Boom, baby. Lipscomb. Lock it in. All right, guys. Well, hey, Merry Christmas to y'all. And seriously, have some fun. Relax with the fam and enjoy yourselves, but responsibly. And so for the guys, for the crew, for the squad, for Aaron Smith, for Chad Brendel, for Ryan Royer, I'm Brent Young. Yet again, another fantastic BBP presented by BearcatJournal.com.